Welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about Stellar Lumens XLM. I want to give a quick update. So a funny thing happened. This was by God's providence, not my own. I knew nothing about this down the pipeline. On the morning of May 27th, which was this candle right here, it was like early in the morning, like 4 a.m. I was talking about how we were waiting for XLM's moving averages to compress to possibly move to a higher move. And then some very bullish news came out for XLM that the DTCC is going to start storing real world asset of their stocks and ETFs on XLM, which is huge. That is pretty much the entire stock. That's pretty much most of the stock market. So essentially, this is the company that holds all the stocks that Wall Street uses. So if you trade on the New York Stock Exchange or Nasdaq, your stocks are held in the DTCC vault. So that news released, and Stellar Lumens went up to 24ish. Actually, it went up to 29 cents. So now that this move has happened, what are we looking for? Is this the start of XLM's bull market? Maybe. But what I wanted to go over really quickly, I didn't want to spend as much time on this video as I did on the previous one, is I just want to show what to look for to see if this looks like it's going to be the start of a bull run or if this candle's just going to retrace and we're going to go back to the range of XLM. So I'm on the monthly chart right now, and as you can tell, we have this big bull here. If you bring up the 20, you can tell that it did not, it wicked over the 20, but did not actually close. It's not going to close over the 20, it appears. The 200 is not available on this chart. It hasn't have enough history to have 200 period moving average. If we look at the 50, price is now over the 50, whereas price was hovering below the 50 where we are now. So now I'm going to drop down to the weekly chart, and as you can see, the 20 moving average had been moving down and catching up with price, but this was the start of the moving averages start compressing. If we look at the 8 moving average, we can see that the 8 was below the 20, and so that's a bearish formation going downward. But there were signs that the 8 was getting really close to the 20 and would start kind of going up and down along the 20, moving towards sideways consolidation. And as you can see, the 200 on the weekly is flat, which is really good. Typically, when the 200 is flat, that is its strongest support and resistance zone. And so, if these moving averages and the price were to break above the 200, that would be a significant feat, and that usually kind of is a sign that good things are starting to happen. But the 50 was kind of still up here, so we were expecting it to have a longer. It was going to be more weight until the price started moving up. But of course, that was really bullish news, and that can trigger an event. So what's going to happen? Is this candle just going to retrace? I don't know. So what we want to. So here's the important thing. uh, Markets can't always tell you what's going to happen. You just have to see what the market does. And so I'm going to go down to the daily. And as you can see on the daily chart, it went up to 30 cents and now it's on its downward trend. Now it's coming back. This is very normal. The price shot up this high and it is essentially, I'm going to take this 8 off and I'm going to take the 50 off. So notice how the price has gotten away from the 20. And so the price, to be more comfortable, wants to start moving towards the 20. So some good signs is, but not confirming signs, is the 8 has crossed the 20 significantly. So that's a good sign. The second good sign is the 50. The 20 has now officially crossed the 50 on the daily chart, but the 50 has not crossed the 200. And the reason why we want the 50 to cross the 200 is that's usually a very bullish sign that we are in an upward movement, and it even has a special name. It's called the Golden Cross. So we're waiting for this golden cross to occur. It has not happened. The 50 is sort of pointing up at this time, but I do expect that the price is going to come back down to try to reach the 20 moving average and possibly even drop to the 50. Right now, as you can tell, the 20 and the 50 are right on top of each other. So we just have to see what's going to happen. I can't tell you if it's going to succeed or not. There's not enough information. However, let's take a look at this chart. We're back to our RSI and stochastic RSI and the money flow index and the MACD. So on the monthly chart, we can see that we were at an area where XLM was at oversold. We talked about this line and how it wasn't at its lowest oversold mark, but it was around the general area close to where it was being oversold. We are seeing the monthly stochastic RSI try to attempt to cross over the 20, however, it has not occurred. And we are looking at the money flow index. It is going down. So we saw it have um, a resurgence. However, it looks like it's curving back down again. But the MACD, which is a little bit slower to react, as you can tell, the white line is still a little bit far from the yellow line. The histogram still says that it's in the movement of going up, but it hasn't actually done it yet. So what we are looking for in the short term, if we go to the daily, is right now the daily says that with the RSI is that we're in oversold. The momentum's going down, the money flow index is going down, and the MACD is the histogram, as you can tell, is starting to lower, and so this top line is going to start trying to cross down a little bit. So I'm not really worried about this. As you can tell with the daily, I mean it goes up and down all the time. That's why I prefer to trade longer term. I mean, I don't really want to play too much games, but really what we're looking for is we need on the daily, and I'm going to go back to this chart here, and we need the price to make a higher high and not a lower low. So what we're looking for is we're looking for the green to cross the 200. We're looking for the 50 start in a formation looking like it's going to cross the 200. So you can kind of expect price to kind of come down here. Now, if it doesn't come back up, so you're essentially trying to have a situation where price has done this, so you want the low to be a little bit higher, and then you want to move up to a little bit higher uh, in in the price. So this starts a momentum trend of where you have higher highs, higher lows. That's what we're looking for. So if for some reason um, the price, I don't want to remove all those drawings, but let's see if I do this here. Okay. Okay. If price let's say goes below the 200 and kind of comes back into this range, then what we talked about on the 27th is still the same. The moving averages are compressed. It's just that XLM isn't ready to start its major move up yet. This was just a one-time thing because of the major bullish news, but structurally it just isn't ready to go. So that's what we're looking for. So that's the quick update. Is as you watch it over the next week, you want to see a higher high and a higher low, and you want to see it keep on going like this, and you want to see the moving averages start. You want to see the 20 and the 50 cross the 200, and you want to see that the 8 is staying above the 20 and the 20 is staying above the 50, and then you get kind of a railroad track situation, which is the start of a bullish move. And then we see how long this can occur, and hopefully there'll be bigger gains in XLM. Either way, I mean, I feel I'm in good shape. I'm already invested in XLM. I have invested in various points along this price point. I have some at the lowest, I have some around here, and I have some up here. So so we're just in a waiting pattern to see. It's too early to say what's going to happen, but it was exciting to kind of see that pump. I hope you have a blessed day. Amen.